Hello there, YouTube, and welcome to a 39-degree October the 29th. It's crazy that Halloween and a new month is just around the corner. Man, that's made it up to 47 degrees. It's supposed to be nice today. It's supposed to get up to 58 here in Toledo, which would be very nice. Oh man, look at that first aspen tree. Almost all the leaves are completely gone out of it. And it don't take long for it just take hold. So the guys that come pick up your scrap cars, I guess you call it, they are going to be here this morning and take Christie's 2 old cars. They ain't worth nothing more than scrap. So put some nice needed cash in her pocket and clean up the driveway here a little bit. Get behind them and clean up some of the junk that's growing. What do you think, Danny? Because I don't know, it's too early in the morning to be thinking. What do you think there, old buddy boy? Goodness gracious. Alright, let's roll out. Man, is it beautiful out here now. 51 degrees, and like most of the drive here, it was flat fogged in.
It was.
That was crazy. So, I mean, at times it was deep. And as soon as you get to where you couldn't even see, you'd have some crazy lunatic weaving through cars.
Yeah.
No lights on, you're just blending into the fog background. You just have to shake your head and pray you make it through. Just imagine what that person's like in real life.
Yeah, I know it.
But anyway, we have made it to Wednesday. We've made it to hump day part of the week. And what's it supposed to be here? It's supposed to be, same as home, 58 degrees. And foggy. I imagine it'll burn off. It always does. But anyway, let's roll on in.
All right.
Have yourself a wonderful Wednesday.
You too.
And I'll see you as the day goes on.
All right. Happy.
All right. Love you. See you. Bye.
I love you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
So I told you about basically writing a memoir. Well, I sent that thing to Travis. I got brave and sent it. And Kelly proofread the thing while we were coming home. And anyway, so Travis emailed back, GM. He emailed back sometime when I was driving home. I was nav going. I don't look at my phone when I'm driving anyway, but other than nav. And then he's going, that's great, but that's a little long for a Facebook post. So I didn't understand the mission, I guess. I thought he just wanted me to write something about, my life and motorcycles, because he was going to make a post on Facebook about it, or somewhere on our different social medias. And well, that was a little long for he goes, I'm not totally against posting all of that on Facebook, but that's a little much, and I just didn't understand. I guess I should have clarified what he was doing. I thought he just wanted something so that he could just take bits and pieces out of it and write his own thing. But anyway, then he asked, if Kelly could do her own little deal. So I had Kelly do hers, and then I redid mine. I made it a whole lot more manageable. It's not a whole lot of details, but it's kind of gets the point across, I guess. But anyway, I was late getting the video. It wasn't at a point where I could turn it live this morning. I didn't have time to wait. I had to come to work here, so I turned it live once I got to work here. So when I go to, share the video, yesterday's video on Facebook and stuff, there's the post. Travis had already posted. So if you go to Pro Caliber Vancouver's Facebook page, you'll see the whole post. That's the picture, the mugshot he took of Kelly and I yesterday. And read his little spiel there. That was pretty cool. He wrote his own stuff. So he does this all the time. He's He's proud of our company, as we all are. Very proud. And if you meet us, you'll see that. The way we treat people, and every once in a while you'll get, like I've said in the past, you just don't know. People pass all the background checks and all that stuff and just come in and they're not a fit. They have different ideas and whatever. They don't mold in. And usually they move on themselves, or sometimes they need a little helping shove. But yeah, we're definitely a family. Like I was saying yesterday, on the 12th of this month, I've been here 25 years. And that's not uncommon. Every year we have 5, 10, 20, 25 plus year celebrations. Right around towards the end of the season, I think it's getting close to like Thanksgiving and stuff like that, or maybe it's in Christmas. It's later in the year. And we do that every year. It's amazing how many people have been there that long. That's crazy. And but unfortunately, because in 2003 we became part of Dick Hanna. We merged with them. So in Dick Hanna's world, I'm 3 years shy of 25, because they look at it from their perspective. This is when they got involved. So I literally have 3 more years before you get a 25 or your 25th anniversary through the Hannas. But John, the owner, who hired me, I got interviewed and hired by him, and he's still here, 3 or 4 days a week, and he could easily retire, but he comes in and keeps everything straight. He doesn't do, you're not, dealing one-on-one with stuff. He kind of takes an overview from the powers that be, and makes way bigger decisions, not the daily stuff. But he will get involved with anything at any time, though, I can tell you that. He's a really cool guy. And when we first started, we used to have Christmas parties at his house, believe it or not. And then the first year, I think it was, pretty sure it was 2003. Yeah, it was 2003. We had our first, Pro Caliber Christmas party. We had it at the old woodshed that has since gone out of business, and it was out of business for quite a while and came back. And so the woodshed's back. I don't know if it's Kelly's mom worked there for years. In fact, the whole time I was dating Kelly, Kelly's mom would drive to Woodland every day. She was a chef at the woodshed in Woodland, Washington. I haven't been there since it's opened back up again. I guess it's on Indian land out there. It's also a casino. It's totally different. It was very down home, whatever. Anyway, that was the first Christmas party we had with Pro Caliber. We all met there at the original woodshed, and we've literally never had another one since. We have a yearly thing that we do where it's a kind of like a potluck thing. Everybody brings whatever. There's other things catered in. We do have a in-store little party thing, which is very nice. The reason I bring up the thing at home, at John's house, it was very, very personal, one-on-one. You go out there, and in fact, believe it or not, just behind, he built a new house since, but his son owns the old house. It's been in the family, I think, since John's granddad. I know his dad owned the house, and then he took it over when his dad moved on. And anyway, it's still there, but just right behind there, right next to, literally in a couple minutes, you could walk to the owner's house. That's pretty cool. And that was a special thing because their family pretty much owns the whole side of that mountain up there. I mean, lots and lots and lots of land. That's back when land was, cherished and valuable to the owners, You worked the land and, the good old days. But anyway, it was a very special thing that my son was allowed to purchase property. The only people that can purchase property up there are family members. That's how much like a family we are all here. Even though my son, he hasn't worked here since the end of 21. He's still family. And I guess because John drives right past his house going to his own house every night, he'll swing by and shoot the bull with Ryan and Michaela, and just wholesome, good people. But, when it's at work, it's serious, But it's very, very family-like here. That's absolutely fantastic. Anyway, I need to go on that whole rant with that. Although I'd love to talk about that more and more and more. But anyway, the Pro Caliber Vancouver, go to their Facebook page, like the page, and like I say, there's always cool stuff there. You never know what's going to pop up there. Of course there's, sales and promotions and stuff like that, but they do things like this where they'll just, out of nowhere, they'll do a meet the staff kind of a thing. It's probably been 10 years since the last one. Maybe more than that. I think we were at the industrial waste store. You remember I wasn't doing videos at the original store that was on Vandercook. I've taken you by there. And but the new store, that's when I started doing the videos and stuff. I did a lot of when we first, before we started switching stores around, I used to drive to this store because we used to take photos of the actual bike, of new bikes with a VIN number and stock, or with a stock number on them. So the bike you looked at on the website, you could order. You were looking at the actual bike. Nowadays, everything's, there's probably AI involved and everything else, but they feed the pictures from the manufacturer's websites. If you guys have looked at bikes, you don't, unless you're looking at used bikes, you're not going to see a picture of the actual bike. You guys know how it goes, and I think that thing's mostly, other than some sales guy takes a picture with a cell phone of a used bike and it gets posted up there, it's all almost self-generating. So things like that change. But anyway, today, last night I said, what's the deal with that beautiful 2016 Road Glide that's sitting down in my area? I mean, I love having the trophy down here. I mean, that thing's almost got like CVO colors to it. Harley in their paint, man, it's just second to none. Always. They're very, very cherished. The owners just, their paint, you take care of it. It's got such a thick clear coat on it that it's highly resistant to scratches and stuff. I'm not saying you can't, but they're tough. So I asked him about it. He goes, well, I know it came in while you were sick. He goes, get the VIN number off of it and I'll see what's going on. So we're supposed to do a pre-inspection on these things before we take them in on trade, and someone did not do that. So initially, I've got an RO for it, but my initial thing is to spend, about a half an hour with it, going over it and making sure there's nothing drastically wrong. It only has 10,000 miles on it. It is literally a puppy. Yeah, 10.5. And the guy goes, oh geez, it's got 10,000 miles on it. He goes, oh no, there could be all kinds of things wrong. I'm going, are you kidding me? 10,000 miles, the rings aren't even seated in yet. Thing's still breaking in. People think, oh man, every 5,000 miles I gotta do a service on it. Dude, it's as simple as doing a service on your lawnmower. There's some things you need to know, but you can get that information literally anywhere. You got 3 holes that hold oil, you dump those, you put oils back, and Yeah, just go over the basic stuff. There's the owner right there as we speak. He's a good old boy. Yep, good times. Boy, we go way, 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 way back. Gone through, he's had family issues, parents, and I've gone through parents and, kids going through life cycles, and yeah, it's just a big old family. This parts were ordered for that thing like a month ago, maybe more, maybe a month. I need to go up there and investigate that too. That's a good job right there. We got speaker covers. The nice guys at the Harley shop we deal with, you normally can't get those covers by themselves, but they were able to get them. They're a little bit different. I think they have a Harley emblem on the front. They actually look nicer, I think. Everybody thought. But we think that, somebody went somewhere and, some young lady was having a good old time and was standing on those and leaned so hard that it wore the bracket out in the back. This is a regular Street Glide special. It's not a CVO or anything like that. And they bought the tour pack. And so we got the whole tour pack mounting kit, the speakers. I think that was it. Everything else was just service related. I don't know if that's one of the Harley ones. It's got that copy, so to speak, of Clockworks. Those guys came here. The whole team of them came down here. I think they had Adam Sandoval, all of them with them. But the actual owner of Clockworks was here. It was a few years back. We did a bunch of service. They were doing something with Indians and heading somewhere, maybe Sturgis or whatever, or doing some kind of tour, and they swung by here. And we serviced all the Indians that they had. They had something going on with Indian motorcycles, which is changing. I'll let you guys read up about that. We knew something was going to happen, but hopefully this turns out for the good. But it's kind of one of those things. Something had to give somewhere. But it'll all work out. It looks like some really cool people will be in the helm. Anyway, you go up there and tell Kelly I turned the video live and tell her to go find and read her post. So you'll see he literally copied and pasted the way, way shortened down version of what I wrote. And I told Kelly, I says, look, it needs to be kind of to the point. She goes, well, what's wrong with the first one you did? I said, well, he's posted it on Facebook. I just didn't totally understand, but anyway, I can rattle on. I'm here to tell you. Alrighty, stop for now and get some hogs on the bench here. So, Kelly and Grant, he's the parts director. They're always packing stuff up and down the stairs. They were rebuilding the Indian, or the BMW side up there is now becoming Can-Am. And they've done a really good job. I don't know if I can film up there because they got the radio playing all the time. There's all my chemicals and stuff for that Harley. There's the bracket for the trunk, the tour pack, and there's the two speaker grills, left and right. So I'll get this thing on the bench and go over and do an inspection, and then Kelly will again add all the parts needed for a UVI, and we'll go from there. I'll turn it in and they'll get an okay from sales. So initially I'm gonna look at that, and then I'll go on to while I'm waiting for approval on the Road Glide, we'll get the Street Glide going. Nice. Very, very nice. That is one clean Road Glide. See that black and white theme of that Can-Am has. Can't get this thing to zoom. But this is kind of the way this old BMW thing. Great big lit up signs, they look cool. This is the initial thing. There's gonna be more stuff hanging around in here. See, they converted all this in here. There's gonna be great big poster things that go up there. They're missing all the headers, signs, the Can-Am stuff that goes across there. That'll be up in the next day or two. You can see the sleds, the lonely 2 Spyders that we still have left, and 2 Spyders and 3 Rikers, that's it. We sell them all. And those will probably be gone for it, end of the year. They got really good prices on them. It's ATVs. But yeah, it looks cool. Fancy display. It's all BRP stuff. I guess somebody from BRP is going to be here today to check this thing out. So Kelly and Grant have been rustling about trying to get all this done. But very nice. Kind of those. Of course, we've got way more stuff in the back. This is just kind of a display area. Pretty impressive. It's way cool. So this whole area here is all BRP stuff. Very nice. All right. This Road Glide is in fantastic shape. All the fluids are at the correct level. Tranny looks clean. Engine oil just needs a change. Brake pads are good. Brake fluid, like blue. Even though, I want to show you. The color of brake fluid means nothing. Don't be looking in your bottle and going, "Oh yeah, it's all nice and clear." You need to put a tester on it. That blows the top off of that tester. It just whack goes to the max. So it's well in excess of being past critical change point. So it needs a brake fluid flush. The tires were replaced last year. The front 24th week of 24. The rear is the 37th week of 24. And they're in great shape. Literally all it needs is just regular service, oil changes and a brake flush. I ran codes on it, and the only code in there was an old code from lost communication with the dash, which means somebody was probably putting an accessory or something on it. Belt's in great shape. Everything's great. This is, remember, the difference between my 15 and the 16 was this got much larger and thinner because people were actually hitting the covers, going around turns and whatnot. At Northwest Harley-Davidson, people were hitting it, taking that roundabout, leaving the store because the curb kind of raised up on the inside, and they'd take that sweeping left-hand turn to head out to Interstate 5. And they would hit that thing. Horns all cockeyed sideways. There's that beautiful, beautiful paint. Man, Harley does not mess around. The good old, reliable old twin cam. Good old gals. The 103 high output. Ooh. Had to add air to the tires there. I think it was about 3 pounds low in the front and roughly the same on the rear. It was 4 pounds low in the rear. Still has the stock shocks. Has some Reinhardts on there that sound really, really good. And yeah, she's in great shape. Fantastic shape. But anyway, let me go up there and get it. Okay, while I got this thing on my bench, I might as well drop the fluids and change the brake fluid before I start on that one. No sense in dragging on. It has nothing critical, so sales will okay this thing right away. So that'll be good. He does not have the alarm for his security system. What's funny is I had that on my 2015, then I swapped it over to my 2017 Milwaukee 8, and then when I got my 2020 Road King, I put it in it, and it never worked. Literally never worked. and the part, you know, I even called to make sure, and yeah, the part was the same. Oh, there's the old hacked way of getting rid of your antenna off the back, was to do that. Dude, spend the money, buy the kit, put the powered antenna up in your fairing. You can pick up Tokyo with that thing. Anyway, we go up there and let sales know and get some pieces for it and some brake fluid. We'll doll this thing up. This one needs to be on the floor. This is a beauty. I mean, I'd rather have a street glide fairing than the Road Glide, but that's just a personal preference. It doesn't matter. She's still gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So guess what showed up today? Literally, is that overnight or is that Monday? There it is. But that thing is $40. $40 for that fuse. That's one fancy son of a gun right there. Well, let's get her in there and put it back together and send her taillights down the road. It's a nice sunny day. You can come get it tonight if you scurries on down here. I don't know how far he lives away. Just ran myself out of time to take this beauty for a ride. This time of night you can get caught up with some school buses out there and be late getting out of here. But I'll take her for a rip tomorrow. She's ready to roll. But F3 sitting on the other side of the street glide special there. She's ready to roll. Let the service rider know. Call the customer. It's ready to roll. Get him down here where it's nice sunshine. I don't know what the weather's supposed to be like tomorrow. This is beautiful today. I can't complain at all. Hey, hang on a second. So you're not staring through that goofy tinted windows here. They're a mirror this time of year. Boy, when that sun goes down, the mirror is on my side. You might even be able to see Mount Hood sticking her up. Trees have grown so much over the years you can't hardly see her anymore. You gotta be kind of high over there too. I don't know, the clouds might be. Yeah, I think she's behind the cloud. I can see her, but it would never show up on film. On film. It's funny how we still, well, I guess us old school people still call it film. That's what we grew up with. That ain't the case no more. It looks like a brand new Spark that hasn't been completely taken out of its crate. But yeah, gorgeous out here. Anyway, on that, we're gonna roll out. Head for the homestead here in just a few. Appreciate you guys hanging around and listening to me rattle on. As usual. Well, hello there, you two. Had to make a stop tonight, so definitely it's pitch black.
It'd be dark.
It's dark. There's a ever so slight twilight going on out there. It's probably just the glow from the moon that's getting close to about halfway now.
Yeah, it looks like somebody cut it in half.
Yeah. But anyway, another good day at work. Went by smoothly. Things are slower, needless to say. It's that time of year. And yeah, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Got a quick little shot of the area up there. Hopefully there's no music and I can use that. But on that, we're gonna call it a day and roll out.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. You guys have a wonderful Thursday or Friday.
Heck yeah. All right.
And we'll see you in the morning.
We'll see you in the morning. Appreciate you watching now.
Yes.
Bye-bye.